The future of competitive gaming. By Nolan Bushnell, Esports Technologies.
This on? There we go. This is so fun. You know, what a great way to have a convention about everything that is fun. Like, I like to talk about the transition from atoms to bits. Now, that's kind of a high-level concept. But atoms are the things that you need. Food, air, housing. But as we get richer and richer and richer, we want more and more bits. And so, what I want to talk about is this world of bits and how powerful it can become. Who am I? I am a geek. I started out as a ham radio operator. Then I did some robots. I did the first video game. I kind of like to think that I invented the video game, but there was actually one guy that did it before me, but that was at a great big computer. And then I did Pong. And there's two innovations here. One is the Pong. The other is the polka dot shirt. The polka dot shirt did not catch on. So, a lot of people don't know I also did the first automobile navigation system. This was before GPS. It's a company called E-Tech. Oops. And then I did a thing called Chuck E. Cheese. Now, if you're European, you don't know it, but Chuck E. Cheese was a large rat that sponsored a pizza parlor. And I sold that in the 80s. And I sold a company to Bally's and became a board member. So this is where the deep dive on gambling came. Did some things in the lottery world with scientific games. I invented the several lotteries for the Canadian lottery system. Did a Spielbanken for Ballywolf. That was kind of fun. And now we're playing in Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, you may not think of it as a gambling construct, but it really is. Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies represent the ultimate in bit value. It's all bits. Is it valuable? Depends on who you talk to. Is it a scam? Depends on who you talk to. But it's all the idea that what do you want versus what do you need? Smart contracts. What does that mean? Can we create systems that are immutable, that are trustworthy? It's really powerful. And of course, coins. Dogecoins, Ethereum, stable coins. Are they worth anything? Some are, some aren't. I personally believe that within 5 years, 80% of these will go away. I hope you don't own any of them. But all the ones that I do are going to be immensely valuable. That sounds like a commercial, but it's really not. Then we come up to NFTs. Now, NFTs are on the blockchain. Zed Run, bunch of horses. Can you gamble on them? is there a structure around it where will digital horses be more important than actual horses? Turns out that the number of horse races that are wagered on is declining every year. Not enough action. And with the blockchain, it may just be possible that horse racing can become a wagered environment. And you know, I always like to look at how much does the house hold. Horse racing, it's 20%. You know, there's no slot machine that would be, successful if that happened. But lotteries take half. Why would that be successful? And I think that a lot of these things are going to devolve into the metaverse sooner or later. Then we have other digital constructs. Roblox, is that part of the metaverse? Don't think so, but it might be. Fortnite, maybe. And we all remember Second Life. Now, Second Life, a lot of people say, now, is the metaverse just Second Life redo? Kinda. And the thing that's fun about the metaverse is that, do we know what the rules are? And I personally believe that the metaverse is going to be the brave new world of unregulated stuff. Now, what does that mean? I often looked at the world as people that want to have fun and governments that want to keep you from having fun. So, all of a sudden, if you disenfranchise all the people that don't want you to have fun and enfranchise the places that are fun, I think that's going to be the metaverse. Because I don't believe that the people who don't want you to have fun are going to be able to manipulate and control. Now, there may be some issues they're going to try, probably on the on-ramps and off-ramps of the metaverse. But the other one, the metaverse itself, with a VPN, dealing in bits, avatars, who are you? Are you a trusted member of the metaverse? Or are you just some person that's out doing things and having fun? These are some things that some people who are inventing it. And now we have the whole idea of NFTs, CryptoKitties. When I first saw CryptoKitties, I thought to myself, okay, here's a picture, you get to own it, but what does that really mean? I mean, if I have a print of Picasso, is that the same as the real thing? Yeah, I can buy a print of Picasso for about $1, and the real Picasso cost me 20 million bucks. CryptoKitties, the last time I checked, were worth about $40 million. But wait, there's more. CryptoPunks. These are NFTs that are actually quite ugly. Market value, almost $700 million. Does that make sense? I mean, look at that. 698,000 Ethereum just traded. Does anybody want to own these? A lot of people do. But there's an interesting characteristic of an NFT. Once you own it, you own the copyright. So it's now, if you wanted to put that CryptoPunk on a can of Coke or cola or a t-shirt, you could do it royalty free because you own it. Is that valuable? Might be. I mean, would you sell more t-shirts with one of those on it? I don't know. Look at these. Big, big, big numbers. 7.58 million for that guy. Now, is this a rational world? Is this a smart world? I mean, who's to say? What I really want to do is say that we have a lot of ways to entertain ourselves and to have fun. Who's to say that this isn't more fun than something else? But $7 million for that thing? Whatever floats your boat. But now let's go even one step further. The Bored Ape Yacht Club. These are the Bored Apes. What are they worth? Last time I checked, the Bored Apes are worth $1.7 billion. $1.7 billion. Just for fun, I'm going to say that one more time. $1.7 billion. And they go to the yacht club. And they can go inside the yacht club. And if you own a Bored Ape, you get to do things. So it's not just owning the ape, it's a ticket into their version of the metaverse. Now, where is this going to lead? We're just seeing the start of this crazy explosion. Just the start. People like to watch sports, esports. We like to wager on them. We like to have fans. When I was growing up, I played basketball. I was not very good, but I was tall. And because of that, I got a big kick out of watching professional sports. Today, I have 5 sons. They all are more interested in esports than they are physical sports, like by a lot. And so wagering, being fans, are all part of their world that it hasn't been part of mine until just recently. Esports does some other interesting things. It's a great leveler. That is, you don't have to be 320 pounds of muscle to play football. You can be a 97-pound woman who can win and be a champion. You can be a quadriplegic. Well, yeah, I think you could. But we're going to have some fun with this because, again, we're evolving. I've been involved with Esports Technologies, and we're trying to really understand this world and to innovate. Right now, what we're doing is innovating in the metaverse. What you see in this room and in the other place are just the start of the craziness of this world in which bits are everything and atoms don't matter. Very interesting. The NFL, this is just last year, it was the only thing that slightly beat us in viewership. And I actually think that there's some mistakes here because they were only counting Twitch and a few of the other things, but there's a lot of others. And I think if we aggregated, we would be significantly larger than even the NFL. I was going to talk a little bit about hierarchy to grassroots, but I think that would be boring and I'd have to spend too much time on it, so I'm going to go. These are blockchain, NFTs. But now let's deep dive on the metaverse. Now, I can tell you right now that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, so be careful. But I have some ideas of the way it may go, but don't trust any of it, particularly if you're going to put your money on it. The metaverse is being designed as we start. Is it going to be something that we can go to anytime? Are we going to be able to conduct business in there? Are we going to be able to own property? Yes, yes, and yes. Are we going to have fun there? Yes, yes. Are we going to be able to gamble there? Yes. Are we be able to gamble a lot? Yes. Are we going to be able to use crypto? Absolutely. And in fact, I believe that crypto and gaming will be more important in the next 3 years than fiat. And the reason for that is, what was crypto really designed for? Seamless, secure online transactions. So much better than fiat. And so, in general, things that are easy win every time. And right now, crypto wallets are a pain in the butt. But there's a lot of things going on that are making it much, much easier to on-ramp crypto. And once that happens, it'll be a tsunami into the crypto world and the uses of crypto. Will it be virtual reality? A little bit. But it just turned, I don't know how much time you've spent in VR, but it's kind of uncomfortable. And is it going to get less comfort? Is it going to get better? Yeah. Is it going to be sufficiently better? No. I think that the metaverse, the on-ramps are going to be primarily your computer and your phone. We have all kinds of things. We have the metaverse of crypto. We're going to have the metaverse of things. It's a world. It's going to be a weird world. I mean, I love this picture. I have no idea what it means. But, floating islands. Of course you can do that in the metaverse. Can it be regulated? I don't know. You're definitely going to be able to buy land. You're definitely going to be able to do some wonderful things. Is Facebook going to be able to own the metaverse? Not even close. In fact, I think that it's kind of the last dying breath of Facebook, because people are disconnecting from Facebook every day. And do they think that metaverse is going to save them? No chance. So, who knows? These are just guesses. When we're talking about fiat money, the money supply is regulated by the bankers, the country bankers. And we've seen what happens when money supply gets out of proportion. What happens then is we get inflation. Crypto is not regulated. It almost can't be regulated. And so what we're seeing is an expansion of the money supply of crypto that is totally outside of the parameters of the fiat world. Right now, there are crypto billionaires that cannot figure out how in the hell they got that way. And so they're spending it like it's going out of style. I mean, is it any surprise that Ethereum is the driving currency for NFTs? Because it's all funny money. But we're going to figure it out. But the part that's fun is chaos rewards the bold. And the fact that you're here early, thinking about this stuff, discounting everything that I say, but yet asking the right questions, being the right cynic. This is an equation of what we're going on right now. When you have atoms, the denominator is the cost. When you have bits, the costs can approach zero. Whenever you have a denominator that approaches zero, the output is infinite. It's called a singularity in mathematics. So think about the mathematical underpinnings of what we're doing in the metaverse, in which product after product after demand, and what we're talking about is not needs. These are all wants. These are things that people want. Anything with the costs going to zero, the value is going to infinity. Hard to grasp, isn't it? Why in the hell? I mean, is this equation true, or is it bullshit? We're going to know in a few years. This is my big prediction. It'll be crypto. We're going to hear more and more about DAOs. And what they really are loose organizations with a bank account, primarily dealt with by crypto, smart contracts, and shared affinity. They're going to be a major cornerstone of the social fabric of the metaverse. So get to know them, start one, have some fun with them, and it's going to be a wild ride. The next 3 to 5 years is going to change everything. And if you're worried about that, I think you should go and get a cabin somewhere in the outback. But if you're in the regular world, fasten your seatbelts It's going to be a wild ride. CryptoKitties are just the start. Esports, just the start. Online gaming, just the start. And that's enough. Thank you very much. Anybody want to ask me some questions?
Thanks for the presentation, and I would just ask, what are you investing in?
Just so you know, I did an NFT drop of Pong and computer space 3 weeks ago. You can go and you can buy them for outrageous prices on Maker Place, the Arcade OG, and I did a computer space and a Pong and a couple of others, and I sold them, and I've got a whole bunch of Ether. So Ether is fun. I got into Bitcoin early, then I got out of Bitcoin early, then I got back into Bitcoin early, then I got out of Bitcoin early, and I can honestly say a couple of the stupidest things that I ever did was get out too early and not get back in early enough. But the really bad thing that happened to me is I had 100 Bitcoin in my wallet in 2014, and I lost the passwords. I can live with that. My wife can't. She has been so batshit crazy about that, and it was a thing where, let's just say it's one of about 1 million really dumb things I've done. I've actually done one thing that was more stupid than that. Steve Jobs worked for me at Atari. It was the only job that he had before he started Apple. When he started Apple, he asked me to be his first investor. I turned down 1/3 of Apple Computer for $50,000. And I've regretted it. So that's why you should discount 100% of what I just said. Anybody else? Thank you for coming and listening to my prattle, and let's go in and buy we're going to be doing some more NFT drops. I don't know why, but if people are willing to pay for them, I'm willing to sell them. My dad always said, if they're passing hors d'oeuvres, you should take one.